more than the federal minimum wage, guys. How crazy is this? And like, how far are they going to let these grocery prices get before they realize that regular people can just not afford this crap? Like, right now, let's do a comparison. Let's use like a couple big chains at where I live. I'm on the West Coast. So we've got like Albertsons, we've got Vons, we've got Stater Brothers, which I think is kind of like a West Coast thing. All of those are about twice the price of an Aldi, a Walmart, a Winco, a Safeco, or a Heb, or like a Food for Less if you have that. So I will tell you that of all the places that I'm shopping right now, Aldi happens to be my favorite. And no, they don't have everything. And Aldi is like the great value brand at Walmart. That's all they have in the whole store is the Aldi brand. So there's not as much selection, but I like a lot of the stuff that they have there. So I did a price comparison out here. Stater Brothers, which is down the street from me, has amazing butcher department. The meat department is great. So I went and bought my weekly groceries there, $240. Next week, compared it, same level of groceries, $117 at Aldi. So it's completely insane. I think these big chains like Albertsons, Vons, Staters are going to have major financial problems in the future because you can't keep charging people
$17.33. That's how much I paid today for this coffee. I'm here and I'm just adding some numbers together and doing my budget because you know what? Today I asked my husband, where's the money? We're making the best we've ever made. Both earners, both incomes, good incomes and everything. And we don't have money. We're living paycheck to paycheck basically. So I put the numbers together and I decided to look at my budget. On June the 2nd, 2023, and I'm going to try to insert somewhere here the photo I took a shot of, how much I paid for it. On June the 2nd, 2023, the same exact coffee was $9.92. It's almost doubled in 2 years. Of course, my salary hasn't doubled. My income has not doubled. It went up a little bit, but certainly nowhere near that. And I don't know where my money goes. Every month, I'm struggling.
This is an actual sign that was up in Wegmans in Pennsylvania. You know how I know it's real? I took the picture with my own phone when I went to Wegmans earlier today. And it's all about tariffs. Shall we read? Our bananas are imported from Colombia, Honduras, and Costa Rica, which are impacted by a 10% tariff. We are working with our suppliers to minimize the impact to our customers and are committed to keeping our prices competitive on affected items. I applaud this. Every grocery store, I don't care what grocery store, should have signs up like this and be transparent to the American people about how much more groceries are going to cost us because of tariffs. I'm going to take it a step further. Every store that I go in, I want to see a sign or something on my receipt, a line item on my receipt calling out tariffs. I want to know how much more, as an American citizen, I want to know how much more I'm paying because of Supreme Leader Trump's tariffs. It's only fair. Microsoft made an announcement yesterday. They said we're going to raise prices up to 25% on our Xbox consoles, equipment, and games. Other companies have warned that tariffs are coming. I just want to see a line item on my receipt or signs like this to show transparency to every American citizen on why their prices are going up. And notice the sign didn't say one thing. The sign did not blame Joe Biden for the cost of my bananas going up today. You know what the sign didn't say? It didn't say it's Joe Biden's fault that the price of my bananas went up today. Nope. It said tariffs. And you know who put the tariffs in place? Supreme Leader Trump, everybody. Yes, he did. Under his eye.
What's up, America? Food prices in America keep going up and there's no end in sight. So food prices overall over the last 4 years are up anywhere between 20 and 70%. Now, a great deal of that price increase came under Joe Biden's term, but prices are not coming down. As a matter of fact, they're slightly going up. Meaning it's still hard for consumers. So let's take a look how bad this actually is. Because a lot of people are saying that there's some relief around the corner when it comes to food prices in America. And I'm here to tell you, unless something drastic is done, there's not. So here's the realities of food prices in the United States. Let me show you. So here's a chart for the cost of food. This is all food starting back before 1970. And you can see the price slowly stagnating and rising, actually kind of hanging out here between the 90s and the 2000s. So that's a nice period of time. Then it increases. Here comes Joe Biden and then Donald Trump. You can see it rockets higher under Joe Biden, stays kind of flat, but still slightly going up under Donald Trump. Here's the same chart for food manufacturing starting in 1986 and going. And Joe Biden, look at that. Everything is kind of normal until whoop, there goes Joe Biden slipping on a banana peel. Then you got Trump, and it's still going up. You see that? No price is coming down. Didn't see one marker going down. Now here's a chart showing the price of food eating out at restaurants starting in 1955. And we've seen the price increase, greatly increasing under Joe Biden and still continuing under Trump. This is the price of food to eat out at a restaurant. Incredible gains in prices. And here's the cost of food starting at the same time for your home, not eating out. This is buying at the grocery store. Look at that. There's the big spike under Joe Biden, continuing to go up under Trump. So that's the realities of food pricing here in the United States. A constant increase with a massive spike from Joe Biden with a continued increase under Trump. Those are just straight up figures. There's nothing I can tell you. This is how reality is. I would like to see deflation. I know a lot of people think that's unpopular, but deflation should happen.
Do you know how much dry shampoo is right now? Watch. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? $16.79? $16.79 compared to $12.59 for this small ass version. And as much as I use dry shampoo, I need the bigger bottle. This is absolutely insanity. $16.79? Are you out of your fucking mind? Like, fucking A. This is what I've gotten. This should really only cost me $50. I only need a bag of shopping bags. Let's see how much this is. $80. Are you fucking kidding me? $80 for 3 bags of groceries? $80? That is insane. I like to know where all these savings are. My groceries and everything's gone up. Where are all these savings? I like to know, where are all these savings at? Let me know, because I sure as hell don't see them.
Groceries in 2025 are getting out of control. Yesterday I spent $650 at Whole Foods. Absolutely insane. You're not going to break the bank with your rent or clothes or anything. It's going to be the groceries.
Everyone, doesn't matter who you are. It's not just an extra few dollars here and there. It's a lot of money, and it's meat, dairy, your regular produce, even the cheap foods like rice and beans. All of this is going up. Families are really having to choose between having full meals or full tanks of gas sometimes. Seniors are skipping meals. They're skipping fresh food because they say that they can't afford it. Parents are stretching food stamps further than ever before, and people are still coming up short. And it's not just inflation. It's a system that is completely out of touch with what real people are actually living through right now. One thing you can do that I find is pretty helpful if you really kind of want to foresee what you're going to purchase and how much you're going to spend is go on a site like Walmart.com if you're going to shop at Walmart. And there you can add things to your cart as if you're going to order online. And then it'll show you a total at the very end. So if you know that you only want to spend $50, then you can already add what you think you're going to need into that online cart. Make sure it's under $50 and then take a screenshot of that. Go to the store and only get those items. That way you can know right now what the prices should be close to. So that's kind of a hack that some people do and I think can be helpful. And another huge thing is to really focus on buying nutrient-dense foods. So rice, beans, oats, potatoes, foods that really are just going to fuel your body without breaking your budget. And I know white rice may not be a super nutritious food, but it is a great filler food. You can opt for brown rice, which is going to have more nutrients in it. But regardless, you want to look at foods like that you actually need to cook and prepare. It's not just going to be prepackaged. And on that note, if you're not already cooking from scratch, start doing that. You're going to save a lot more money in the long run. It's going to be healthier for your family. Even though it might be a small package of rice and beans, that can be stretched out throughout the week. So it's really beneficial to do that than buy things like minute rice and things that are already prepackaged, ready to go. Now, in terms of food that is ready to eat, I am a big advocate of having things that are prepared in advance, and you can keep that in your pantry. We like to call it like a prepper pantry, where you have items lined up that you do eat that are shelf stable and they can be there for a very long time for your time of need. And that is something that you can do little by little. Definitely build that up. It is like a savings bank for your family in terms of food. And the good thing with that is that you are able to buy it now. It's going to be shelf stable, and eventually the prices of those items are going to go up, and at least you captured it when it was cheaper. You can do the same thing with meats and other things that you want to freeze in your freezer or a deep freezer. Buying things now is going to save you some money, because then you can actually capture the price of today and then wait a little while until you need to buy it again. And also buy what's on sale. Buy what's in season. There's going to be more savings with that, so definitely do that. It's really easy to, just want to make certain items and then get to the store, pick out those items that are needed for the ingredient list, and then you're going to spend a lot of money. But if you go looking for what is affordable right now, a lot of times it's going to be your basic rice and beans. Carrots are usually really affordable. Onions, bananas, things like that, some jalapeno peppers. There are a lot of certain things that are usually very, very cheap and affordable at the store, so you can save a lot if you're not just trying to get things that you want, but just making sure that you're looking at the price point of these items. Potatoes, obviously, that's another excellent one to include. And also right now might be a great time to cut out more things that are a little bit more like luxury items. So prepackaged items, specialty drinks, things that you don't necessarily need, even though you want. Even if you can cut back on a few of those items, it's going to help your pocket. Maybe instead of spending extra money on energy drinks, you can spend that money on some cans of food and put that up in your pantry. So leave a comment down below. Let me know if you have any tips for when you go grocery shopping, or what your grocery shopping bill is looking like these days. And I hope you're doing well as always, and take care. I will see you in the next video.
These grocery prices are insane. I just spent $95 in the grocery store with coupons. Don't know how. My daughter had texted me before I came home from work and was like, Mom, can you pick up 2 things for me? She wanted, a snack for school, and the ice pops, like the ones that you put in the freezer that are usually like 99 cents for a big pack. I don't know why they are not on sale. Usually they are by now, because we're going close to 4th of July. That stuff is not on sale. I don't even know. How much did I pay for that? I just threw my receipt, but I paid like $5 for the ice pops. And then my daughter wanted these freeze-dry strawberries. It says that the only ingredient is strawberries. I may have to just look up a tutorial on how to make these, because this bag alone, there's only 4 packs in here, so I got her 3 of them, and they're about $10 before tax. So I basically spent about $35 just on 3 bags of these thingies. And yeah, that is ridiculous to me. So I need to learn how to make these at home. I got some juice, I got some whipped cream cheese, and the ice pops, and some other, bone broth, because I like to put bone broth in my cat's food, just to give them a little bit of hydration and extra nutrients. But yeah, that is basically it. I came into the store for 3 things, but I checked our shared notes grocery list, and I picked up things that I thought we needed off of it, and I ended up spending $95 with coupons. I'm floored. And I don't like adulting. This is crazy. Anyways, I'm going to go to the gym and relieve some of the stress about adulting and paying for grocery items, and pretend like this didn't happen until I checked my bank account again and realized I spent $95 in the grocery store on 15 items, and that's it. So yeah. Good luck to everybody in America. Hope you guys are all surviving these crazy grocery prices. Thank you for coming to my rant and listening to me. Have a great night.
I feel like grocery stores are just getting way more expensive. Hold on. Grocery stores are fucking outrageous. I spent $111 today. I got a case of eggs and 4 pounds of turkey, milk, and 3 other things. The turkey was $20. The case of eggs that used to be $15 was $30. And I swear, if I open that motherfucking case to the tiniest butthole eggs, I'm gonna lose my mind. This is getting outrageous. Okay? because eating ass is not efficient, and I've not found the right flavor.
I went to do my weekly grocery shopping, and tell me why a diet of rice and beans plus some grocery bags just cost me $80. $80. And I know what y'all are thinking. You must have impulse purchased something. You're right. I did. Brussels sprouts and hummus. How dare I? How dare I? And furthermore, my greatest sin was running out of butter. I should know better than to think little old me, deserve to have olive oil or butter. God forbid I want a fat or an oil involved in my food. Bread? Why was the cheapest loaf of bread $3? As someone who starts every single morning with toast, this is not sustainable. Because I can't go any cheaper than toast in the morning. What's cheaper than toast in the morning? There isn't anything. It was a trick question. Trash bags? I'm about to start throwing my trash into the lawn and burning it anytime there isn't a burn notice. I'm from the olden days, a bygone era, where you could roll a cart down the grocery store, and if you filled it to the absolute brim, you would be lucky to break 100. This basket wasn't even all the way full. I wasn't even tilting, carrying it. No, very confidently. Weak me, just walking perfectly straight with my half-filled basket, thinking this can't break 50. There's no way. This isn't even a week worth of food. I start ringing it up. We hit 50 a quarter of the way through. $80. And for the rest of the week, I'm eating rice, beans, toast. I did get eggs, but in my defense, 30 for $10 in the year of 2025, that's a pretty damn good deal. $10 a paycheck, I can live with that. What I can't live with is $3 for a loaf of bread. Are you fucking kidding me?
If you think feeding your family is expensive now, just wait. So ground beef just hit its highest price ever in American history. The thing that most of us rely on for burgers, tacos, and spaghetti night, it's becoming a luxury. And it's not stopping here. The experts say that the prices are going to keep on going up and up. Why? Well, it's a couple of things. You got to mix a drought, high feed costs, reduced cattle supply, and corporate consolidation. That means fewer options, higher prices, and families having to make more tough decisions at the grocery store. Even basic meals are turning into a budget challenge. And remember, this is not just about beef. This is about the cost of living. It's another reminder that the average family is being priced out of normalcy. You're not crazy for noticing everything feels harder lately, because it is. And what's being done about it? Not much. Big corporations are raking in profits while you're deciding between milk and meat for the week. So next time you hear someone say the economy is doing great, I want you to ask yourself something. Great for who? Because it damn sure ain't the family that's trying to make tacos stretch for a week.
Point, the groceries are just laughable. I'm so offended by the prices that I actually have to laugh to keep from crying. This is what I bought for myself, not even my wife, just for me the next 2 days to eat, because I want to eat healthy before the holidays. I got some grass-fed ground beef, some turkey deli meat, some lettuce, cheese, tuna, carrot sticks, blueberries, almond butter, coffee, and I got a case of water under there, which is like $4. Do you have a guess on what this is? $86.77. How? This is for 2 days. Now, the berries and the almond butter and coffee are going to last me probably a week. So let's say $70 every 2 days. Just for me. That'd be $1,000 if I want to eat this healthy for the entire month, not including my wife. And what about all of you out there with kids? And of course, every few days I get the paper towels, the grocery bags, bars of soap, and that is going to add up.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is crazy. I see this every week when we go grocery shopping. And here's this lady saying it's not just Walmart, it's Publix too. It's Target. It's all these places.
So I'm at Publix right now. I got my little reusable bag that just fell on the floor. But how come nobody is talking about $7.29 for a bag of chips? We're all talking about eggs, but what about these $7.29 chips? That's crazy. So I'm at Publix.
Not to mention the bag's half full of air. Shrinkflation is a thing, and this is what we were talking about with the lotion. Shrinkflation. The box looks the same size, but the internals is 20% less, and it costs 20% more. We've got to start keeping an eye on this stuff and keeping these politicians accountable, because there's always money for war and none for the poor. And I say this every video, and it's so true, that if they want to fix something in a foreign country or make a new weapon, they'll do it. But for us to not have potholes in the roads and clean schools and something clean to eat that's not sprayed with some type of insecticide, there's a problem with doing that. They could fix this in a session, but politicians will not, because who pays for their funding for their political campaign? These same companies. It's all connected.
I don't give a fuck if you're Democrat, Republican. Look at this, $100. Hot dogs, cherries, bananas, some juice, and some eggs. What a joke.
Look at this. They want $1.32 for one nectarine. $1.32 for one nectarine, y'all. I'd be better off walking over here and getting a goddamn orange for 97 friggin' cents. But wait, there's more. One apple. Oh, apple is 1 cent, 8 a pound. But those are each. Look, lemons, 68 friggin' cents. They went up there twice as much as they were. Look, y'all, tomatoes, $1.97. $2 for a tomato. No salsa for you.
Dear MAGA, this is what you did by voting for Donald Trump. You brought the highest beef prices ever in this country. Ever. You did this. Now there's security tags on beef in the grocery stores. You did that. You did it.
Tomorrow is my husband's birthday, so I just ran to the grocery store with my 3 kids and picked up a bakery cake, 3 birthday cards, some chocolate chip cookies that I can binge eat my feelings away, lemonade, granola, Greek yogurt, and a tiny, like, quarter pint of ice cream. $89. That's not even a meal for my 3 children. $89. And then I see this report, coincidentally, shortly after I get home, probably because, you know, Apple is reading my mind, about how grocery prices in the year 2025 are at a record high, higher than 2024. What happened to the president that was going to save us from these high grocery prices? It's August now. What has happened? Nothing. How are we supposed to survive this? Now a birthday card and lemonade are a luxury for a middle-class American family. I hate it here. These cookies are delicious.
$6.15 fucking cents for a half a pound of Greek hot sweet peppers. What the hell? Is this what you voted for? The highest fucking food cost I've ever seen in my entire life? $9 for some damn pizza sauce. $10 fucking for a small bag of Starbucks coffee. Oh my god. Got a dang sweet treat for the dog. $20. Sweet treat for the dog. Sorry. $20. I guess you're gonna have to just find me fucking stinking. Cause look at that. Clearance. $8.39. I'm telling you right now. We're going to be paying $100,000 for a loaf of bread before this administration is over. The same administration that told us that on day 1 energy prices would come down, that the war in the Ukraine would be over, that the price of gas and food and it's all going to be a miracle. And if you go on their Instagram page right now, they're telling you it is a miracle. Only we can see. Our wallets know.